Okay, let's go. Hope everyone is here. Let's go. Hey, we got people in the room. Come on, come on. Welcome back to Dano Crypto. On this channel and on this live stream, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. It is Monday. It's the 27th of July, and we're getting so close to these pivotal moments in a quote bear market where we got exchanges going down. We got some of these meme coins. The trenches are starting to wake up a little bit. We're starting to have old coins like Shiba Inu start to pump. We are getting some signals and some signs that we're close to a bottom, or we have already bottomed in crypto. So, my friends, join the community, join the live stream, join any crypto community that you're feeling bullish on, and be evangelistic. Start to comment, leave, the likes, share these live streams with a friend, teach them about crypto and show them that crypto is the bleeding edge of culture right now. Because when it comes to the attention economy, I think crypto does do it best, and the meme coins do it best. And the meme coins, our thesis has just only gotten stronger with the meme coins coming out of 2021, where we had Wall Street bets, and we talk about that was such a pivotal moment in retail's investment journeys, being starting from that particular catalyst. And so what it meant was it had nothing to do with the tech. It had nothing to do with, crypto as a whole in terms of the fundamentals. It was more so that there was an urgency, there was a push, there was this collective agreement, almost unconscious, that there was something that we could rally behind to pay attention to. And it was Dogecoin. And in the stocks, so the stonks, it was AMC and GME, the movie theater and the big retail game store. And it all coincided with people to start to look at maybe the stock market, to even look at what an investment, journey would look like, or even just starting to look at charts or whatever. Tickers, even know what a ticker is. So the meme coins, I still think, are going to be the biggest catalyst to onboard retail to dip their toes on chain. It might be through the catalyst of Robinhood. Who knows? Robinhood might do it again, where they get people to download that damn app. And there's also apps like FOMO. There's apps like Jupiter. There's all these different wallets. There's Pump Fund. There's the Pump Fund has evolved now to where you can trade not just Solana Pump tokens that have launched on Solana, but now you can trade Robinhood coins. You can now hold it and use it as a main wallet. So there's a lot of opportunities for retail to come in and test out these different applications, and maybe get a bit of a social-fi aspect to it as well, where you can follow other traders, you can copy other traders. So the landscape is getting better in crypto. And now we're just kind of waiting for clarity. So if you're wondering what is going on in the legislation in terms of crypto, we had the Genius Act already go through when it comes to stable coins, but then the clarity is more so having to do with the jurisdictions, the legislation in terms of what is the rule book and the framework for digital assets in America and for companies when it comes to their filings, when it comes to the treasury, or the ratios of what they're supposed to have as their reserves, if they're going to have stable coins, if they're going to be offering customer yield, how is that going to affect the banks and their deposits and all that stuff. So that's what the whole upheaval is. And to be able to have jurisdiction over some of these crypto rails, if there's some, Cynthia Lummis is the senator of Wyoming. She's been spearheading this Clarity Act, And one of the things that she mentioned was, well, there's the Lazarus group, which is the North Korean hacker group that has been responsible for some of the biggest hacks in crypto history. And so they would be able to freeze certain addresses or certain, things in the jurisdiction of the United States in this provision of the Clarity Act. So there's probably all kinds of stuff inside this Clarity Act that we probably are not going to know that's in there and swept under there. But how does that affect everything? How does that affect us? What does this mean for your bags? Well, it's basically solidifying and that the government has crypto on its sites, and that basically the old antiquated old financial systems are going to go on chain. We're seeing it happen in real time. And if we know by history, not repeating, but rhyming, in every single industry, the cell phone industry, telecom, agriculture, everything that we do as a society has had to evolve. And then there's this pinch point of from where we go from the old thing to the new thing. This is where we're at right now, my friends. And I'm pretty excited because if you can stick through it, you can stick through the volatility, you can stick through all the noise, you can lock in and know that if you can just hold these digital assets long enough, you, my friends, are going to be right eventually. Okay? So let's get started. Okay. Wait a second. Hold on. I think I just heard my doorbell ring. I swear I think I just heard my doorbell ring. Oh, someone just rang the doorbell.
I am Satoshi Nakamoto. The bull run can commence.
Yeah, let's go, baby. All right, so we're excited to announce that we've partnered up with Tangem Wallet. So Tangem Wallet is a super cool hardware wallet that you can use as a physical hardware wallet with these fancy cards. And you can also use a ring. It's not that kind of ring, guys. Calm down. So it's a ring, and you can use it to verify your assets on chain, baby. Hold them on chain with your own device. But you can also do a digital wallet. So you can just download the app and you can use a mobile wallet as well. So this is basically a platform that you can use in all different cold or hot aspects of crypto. So like I said, with a hot wallet, you can, it's active. You can send it, transact and all that. It's hooked up to the internet. You can freely transact on there. It's a little bit, they call it hot because it's hot. It's a little bit more liquid. But when it's a cold storage, when you actually have it on something like this card, you got to get a little bit more verification. It takes a couple more verifications and signing different transactions. It's a little bit more locked down. So if you're not planning on moving your stuff and you're holding it for super long term, which we talk about on this channel, then you would be holding it on the Tangem card, but you can do both. So we're super excited. We think Tangem is doing some really cool stuff, and they also are in retail stores. Like the biggest, partnership that they're doing right now is in Best Buy. So Best Buy and I think Costco. If I'm not mistaken, I know Best Buy for sure, but don't quote me on Costco. But for Best Buy, they have a Tangem sections in their store to where now retail is going to start looking and seeing crypto wallets. So that's how it starts. Got to remember, if you've been in tech, you went and shopped and you've looked at every time, if you've been in crypto now, of course, for over the past 15, 20 years, every time you've gone in the store, you just go and see what are the new products, what's the new thing, what are people freaking out about on like for the holidays, what's the new thing? What's the thing that everyone's rushing to buy? And in the gaming industry, what's the the next system, what everyone's going to be freaking out about. Still happens. That hype still happens. It's not as big as what it used to be, obviously, for things like old releases and video game releases. You'd be doing the midnight release, lines of people waiting for a particular game or system. So it's definitely not as hyped as it used to be, but it still exists. People are still freaking out. But I think it's really cool. This is a great partnership. So if you guys want to check out Tangem, you can use my link in the description of the video. So if we go, just to make sure, we want to show you guys the link. And make sure you hit the like button, because we want, because here's the thing, like, this is perfect. Retail. Oh, did it not? I thought I put that link in here. Let me see if I can. Just to make sure, we want to show you guys the link. All right, so I thought I copied it in here, but okay, yeah, here's the link. I put it in the Telegram, so but we'll copy it here and we'll put it here. So full transparency. So how these promotions work is, by using my link. So if you use that Tangem link, I came for the like button. Yes. But you should be coming for the alpha, Julie. As you said, I came to hit the like button and also came for the alpha. All right, so yeah, full transparency. How these things work is, you buy a Tangem wallet with my link, I get a kickback. Pretty simple. And you guys also, I think, get you get percentage, like you get some bonuses, obviously, like you'll get a percentage of you'll get some discounts, pretty simple. You'll get some discounts. You'll get I think you'll get money off. Yeah, you'll get some money off of using my link with your purchases. So it's pretty cool, and it's a great way to support the channel, to also start to custodian your crypto. Because let's be honest, right now, the big thing, if it's still in the top news, but we had BitMEX and Bitmart are both going down, both shutting down. Bitmart, BitMEX, and in that, all of their tokens that are associated with the exchanges crashed 65-70%, and very much reminiscent of FTX. But what we are noticing is that all this same stuff was happening in 2022 and 2023, right before the mega run on meme coins. So right before, we had the biggest runners in things like Pepe, Ticker Bitcoin, Wojak. I mean, just like our favorite meme coins, still to this day, favorite memes, still top 3 memes of my favorite memes of all time. Top 4: Dogecoin, Pepe, Wojak, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, Teninu. And so it's like it hasn't changed, It really, like, those things spurred out of chaos, out of destruction. And so this is, I feel like it's similar. Not gonna be exact. It's not going to be a perfect copy of what happened in 2023. But now you fast forward, you come to now, 3 years later, and the communities are still here. We haven't went anywhere, and I've seen more Sprotos on my timeline than I ever have. Like, I've seen so many, and maybe because it's like, maybe it's obviously because I am a Sproto as well. Like, I wear the Sproto. I own a Sproto Gremlin on chain, and I'm also, Ticker Bitcoin is one of my favorite coins. And so obviously I'm going to see a lot of Sprotos, but I'm just starting to see a lot of particular Sprotos that have big followings, kind of like Cryptoshi or Eric Stevens. Like, Eric Stevens basically has been giving everyone the hint that he's like bullish Ticker Bitcoin still, and he's probably going to end up, publicly buying it. And he's already hinted that he's going to probably buy some, because let's be honest, The bro could probably put a clip of $1 million into ticker Bitcoin right now, and it would pump the freaking chart. And so I'm curious to see what's going to happen when we start to see these big accounts, these Sprotos, instead of shilling what everyone else is wanting you to shill, which is like some of the Solana plays or some, influencer token or all these, you got 3 different bull tokens now that people are pushing. You got J-Chains with his own token, which is fine. It's J-Chains. That's, that's his thing. That's great. We got Jason AI Williams. He's pushing the Bitcoin bull. That's another bull token. Then you have Ansem with his community, it's token, the Black Bull, Ansem. Namely named for him Ansem with the ticker Ansem. So you could be, part of the whole community, the thing as well, and not, deny the attention economy and the narrative. But then at the same time, you got this thing like ticker Bitcoin, which is like, it's been here the whole time. We haven't gone anywhere. It hasn't gone any. We haven't gone anywhere. We're still here, and it's We're as loud. We're louder. We're probably just as loud as the XRP community or the damn Cardano. Like Cardano, you might as well say they ain't making a peep because the chart looks so damn bad. And Charles Hoskinson is like, hey, I don't have any more connection to the community of Cardano or the token price or Cardano than you guys do. Which means Charles, who's pretty smart, he's got a pretty high IQ. He's basically telling you, you guys aren't bullish enough. You complain about the price and you keep selling. Stop selling. Buy and hold something for longer than damn 1 week, you freaking paper-handed pansies. And let's see what happens. That's the thing that a lot of people miss on crypto Twitter is that if you just stop rotating all the time, your bags might pump a little bit. The chart might actually sustain some green price momentum, my friends. Is it that hard? And what makes it hard like that is that you got people encouraging you to trench, to rotate, to sell and make a moon bag. Screw your moon bag. I don't care about your freaking moon bag. How about you hold the damn thing for longer than 6 months? I tested it with Ankita. Ankita, everyone wants to be a damn trencher and a trader, and look what happens to the chart. Something that was perfectly tied to a guy and a brand that he's just making content. It's kind of stifled right now. But if that was the case, and people are like, yeah, let's hold this thing for longer than 2 weeks, the thing might have went to $1 million, and you could have sold some. But people are too paper-handed. They can't do it. They literally can't. And as many people that did come into that particular coin and contract on Ankita, those people had some money. They didn't have to sell, but they did. So, and what it does is it completely destroys the chart. It completely destroys any type of momentum that could have happened. You can't hold for more than 2 months. Give me a break. Jeez. And it's like, that's the thing. I've done this with a lot of tokens, and maybe at my own fault, but I think the tokens that I will end up holding longer than freaking 6 months, paper hands, talking to everyone on crypto Twitter right now, we might actually be able to have more value in our coins. We're keeping more money on chain, on the chains that actually are going to be doing something. Rotating back and forth between these damn shitters. It's like, and what happens is every cycle, runners get revealed, and then liquidity does get sucked into those. But what it does is it kind of almost carries the rest of the market sentiment up, that we have speculation into things that then hopefully you have those things in your wallet, and then you're able to take some profits when it actually counts, not when it's like a week out, 2 weeks out. That drives me crazy. Because then you try to have that conviction, and then everyone else is not on the same page. They're not on the same page. So that's what could actually send things like ticker Bitcoin or the Ansem token, because there is a goal in mind. Stop selling. Get enough people, enough holders that there's holders that absorb the sell pressure. You can apply that to any asset. If there's more money and more buy pressure than there is sell pressure, then the freaking thing will have more momentum to the upside. Why isn't the entire freaking community right now in crypto talking about this? Because they're selfish, they're greedy. They want to continually show their ego all the time. Instead of being like, hey, it's not about you, it's about everyone together as a collective of what we're trying to do here. So that's how I feel about it. Yeah, I guess you can trench, you can do the thing, but damn it, can we all just agree on something for once? And even if we just picked Ethereum to agree on, can't even do that. Can't even agree on the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap in the freaking world. Still can't agree on that. Still can't agree on that. Can't even agree to support the smart contract platform that powers all your freaking layer 2s, the DeFi economy, all that stuff. And yes, and we still can't even hold ETH together. It's pretty ridiculous. It's sad. It's really lame. And if we all just woke up to that fact and bid and just freaking started bid, and same with Bitcoin. We could do it with Bitcoin, we could do it with ETH, and we still can't even agree on that. This is why things are the way they are. And we want to blame the institutions. We want to blame everything else. We want to blame everything else besides looking in the freaking mirror. We all could rally together just like we did with Dogecoin. I don't know what, or the AMC, what? Gosh, what did it? It was something about COVID. It was something about like the collective like mind share that we were in. I think and then Elon was a great factor. Let's be honest. Like Elon was a big factor. Got to think of how much attention economy is on that guy. So it's like, it's just like, what will do that same thing again to get people to just wake the freak up? Wake up. We got four things that we could like rally to right now. We could all be just putting money on chain, but instead we're just most of the retail people are sports betting. You know, they're sports betting. They're not even, they might be winning a little bit, but let's be honest, if you look at the statistics, 90% of people who sports bet lose. 90% of people who sports bet lose. It's a 50-50 chance. Yeah, you might be winning a little bit on some parlays, but you know, like that's not sustainable. Like, and that is not building any type of education and financial literacy for the young people coming in. For people that are coming out of high school, coming in and trying to figure out even if they're going to go to college or not, because whatever they thought that they were going to go to college for, now AI can do it in 2 seconds. So it's like, unless you are an AI master or you're going to a specific niche job, like you're going medical field, you're going trade school, different things that like AI and robots aren't necessarily going to take out right away. Like, that's great. Like, you should be doing that for sure. But some of these younger kids, I mean, like, you got to think of what they're up against. You know, it's pretty crazy. So if anything, we need to be teaching these kids about this particular ecosystem, like what's happening, how everything is, you know. So I think that would be, ironically, it's funny. Because everyone's looking about, all worried about AI, or they're worried that I can't have not have a job, worried about the finances and things like that. But what if we all just at the same time and we could tell these young people, hey, there's a thing called Ethereum, and there's a thing on there called meme coins. You could buy ETH, and then you could buy some Pepe. You could buy a thing called Dogecoin. Did you know there's a dog coin that you could buy that if we all bought it at the same time, the entire market would just start freaking the hell out? If we told every single young person that, we from the mountaintop, from a bullhorn, megaphone, you could freaking start to put your money on chain out of the bank. You don't like the banking system? You think all this stuff's a scam? Let's start doing something about it. We can do it. We can vote with our money. We can vote with our actions. And that is how we gain control back as a society, as people. And there's a thing called crypto to do. And this is what we could actually be doing. And it's funny because then you talk about how people are, or I talk about how crypto can be so tribal. It's like we have people that are just gonna only be their Solana maxis or their Bitcoin maxis. They even think that altcoins shouldn't even exist at all. There's people like that. But if we did collectively rally behind something like we did on Dogecoin, well, who built the computers? Who keeps the computers? Who keeps the computers running? People. People still have to dev. These facilities aren't running themselves just yet. They will be, but but my point of I don't know. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? We have a problem of collectiveness. But I get it. You're talking about how if people try to run crypto, you can't trust them. Well, that's the whole thing. It's the trust. It's like that's what is what has been people have tried to eliminate trust out of systems. You shouldn't have to trust a person, right? That kind of sucks because we know people are fickle, they change, and they can't be trusted. And that's a perfect example, like Alex Mashinsky of Celsius. He's a person. He promised all these people this yield with your Bitcoin, can't be trusted. So it's like, that's where I feel like the people, there are systems out, there's trustless-ish things out there that we could be buying, like a Bitcoin, like a Dogecoin. At this point, Doge is just it's just like, it's ran by the people. Dogecoin is ran by the people. And then you think about some of these meme coins with the supply, it's just out there. It's just like the supply's out there. There's no unlocks. There's no VC dumping on your head because they got a bunch of, it's just an open chart. I've talked about this with Ticker Bitcoin and Pepe and Wojak. It's an open chart that we as the people could be rallying on, but we won't do it. I believe, I pray that we can, and I'm going to hold these tokens that I'm talking about, because if that is the case, if I could do anything, is to get people to just even just buy some ETH. Yeah, well, Dogecoin is ran by, yeah, so it's like, and the same with like Bitcoin. It's like Bitcoin at this point, Dogecoin is ran by computers, only people are the bait. Well, I don't know, say we were the bait. I just think that in order, it's like, what do we think? This is what it's like. Do people think that like all of a sudden there's going to be a bunch of AI robots that are just going to run all this, and then we don't have to buy it? Like, people still have to, I think people are still going to have to put their money in something, right? Because obviously you don't want it to be sitting in the dollar. You don't want it to be sitting in the dollar getting inflated to shit. Like, so what are you going to put your money in? What are we as a people going to decide has value? And it's based off of convenience. It's based off of what the government is going to tell us. But why I think Dogecoin is a good example of it being ran by the community and the people is that it is proof of work. So like, obviously, like you have to mine Dogecoin, but then there is a supply. It's inflationary. Dogecoin, I've learned over time, is inflationary. It's not deflationary. ETH is actually deflationary more than Dogecoin, because every time you do a transaction on ETH has a mechanism that burns ETH each time it's used. I can't remember what the upgrade was or the whatever it was called, but that was part of ETH's roadmap in going to proof of stake, was that it would be turning ETH more deflationary and also help with the gas fees. And it took a little bit, but it worked, because now you might pay like $1 of ETH for gas when the transactions are up, but now you pay an average of like 20 cents or something like that. If you think like, if you've been in crypto since 2021, then you've definitely paid $50 in an ETH gas fee. I've paid over like $1,500 to $2,000 in gas fees on ETH. But yeah, the thing that we could be doing is just like, yeah, we have a problem of collectiveness, and that's okay. I mean, it's hard because there's so many things you could buy. But look, we've talked about how SHIB and things like Pepe will come back, and look at this surge of SHIB. Out of nowhere, not out of nowhere. Come on, you guys know we've been talking about it. I said, look, don't forget about the old dogs, because they will come back. I mean, it's just consolidation. It's just a matter of time, It's a matter of time. Literally just a matter of time. The most millionaires were made by coins like SHIB and Pepe and Dogecoin. Yeah, proof of wolf. Yeah, proof of wolf. That's probably the best consensus we have, is the damn dog. The proof of wolf and proof of hop. Proof of Pepe, proof of dog, proof of cat. We need dogs, frogs, and cats to be able to move this damn thing. So all right, wake up. It's Monday, my friends. You better hit that like button. You better hit the subscribe button. You better check out the ultimate link in the chat here. Let's see, copy the clean link address right here. We got the Tangem wallet that you guys can, hold on. We need the correct link. Click that. Getting redirected. Promo code. Yep, so check it out. Promo code BKWW85. So what it does is, let's see, $20 in BTC reward. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you do this, like, you'll get free shipping, you get a discount, you can get a 3-card set. And look, I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff. You can pick Bitcoin themed cards. You can get the American flag. It's funny that in places in America, if you fly the flag, it's like it makes people mad. You never would have thought, if you're bullish on your country and you start flying the flag, people get pissed. And I'd say, keep flying that flag, baby. If you're in an area and people are mad that you're flying the American flag, get a bigger one. Get a bigger flag. Other than Bitcoin or ETH, what is your favorite layer 1 coin? I mean, I love Solana. I mean, I've always liked Solana. I mean, Solana's had, its ups and downs, and it's, but if you think about it, I mean, Solana's kind of one of those things where, like, let's break stuff and see what happens. And then if people stick around and developers keep coming in, then we might have a chance. I've always liked Solana. Yeah, I think we go down the list and we kind of look at different. I would say the ones that I've liked the most in a Polygon. Polygon's weird because it's kind of like a layer one, layer two. It's kind of both. It's kind of like a hybrid. So I had put the most volume and transactions probably on Polygon, and um yeah, AVAX I've kind of just tipped around a little bit, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Um, yeah, I mean, I liked Pulse Chain, and I still like Pulse Chain. It's still, but it's just it's got so much baggage on it. Um, you know, there was things about Pulse that made sense, and I think the only thing that I think is going to save Pulse Chain is ETH. Is ETH just pumping back into all time highs? And I think naturally, like I said, it'll just carry sentiment across the whole market. So if you just started buying Pulse Chain now and then ETH goes to 6K, then it could be, yeah, there could be something to it. Yeah. Hyperliquid has been solid. I think Hyperliquid in terms of, you know, what it was able to do just with that platform, it's pretty crazy. All right, so let's check out. Let's go. I want to go into the FOMO app real quick. So we've been testing out this FOMO app. We had something pretty cool happen. So we didn't mention it yet, but if you follow me on X, we started testing out the FOMO app. We noticed one of the Sprotos, Eric Stevens. He's got about 200 something followers. 200,000. Does he have 200,000? Okay, Eric Stevens. Oh, he's got close. He has 132,000 followers. He's only following 857 people. He's a Sproto, OG holder of ticker Bitcoin. And you can see here, this is kind of the shout out to the ticker Bitcoin communities, basically saying like, look, guys, I see you. I see you working out here. I know what you're doing. He's kind of giving a shout out to Jinxie J, who is a big community artist for ticker Bitcoin and also has a new project called the Masons. So if you want to check that out, that's a shout out and ode to the Masons and the Sproto Gremlins and ticker Bitcoin. So Eric Stevens, he has been pushing this particular coin called Rise, and he's been doing pretty well in terms of accounts that shilled certain projects or certain things, or even their own project or their own, you know, influencer token or name token or your own creator coin. This one just it didn't make me mad. You know, I was just like, okay, I see it. It's called Rise. It's pretty simple, rise and grind. It's got a pretty simple narrative to it. And he does hold a lot of the supply, but he's basically saying that, look, I don't have to make money on this particular coin is what he's alluding to. However you say it. He's like, I've already made the money. He's like, he's like, I have enough money, so I'm just going to like push this coin. We'll see if he means what he says, but I tested out kind of going into it a little bit. Yeah, I'll buy some Rise. I like Sprotos on the timeline that are bag working. And also I like that he gave that node and hint to ticker Bitcoin community people. And I like the color scheme. You know, I mean, look, it's like it's all the same kind of colors I like. It's the whole thing about it kind of resonates with what I like. So I started to buy a little bit of Rise. But what he did though is he airdropped me 35 bucks. Where did he do it? See, did he post it on? Go to the action. So here you go. Just doubled his portfolio with cash airdrop because he's a Sproto and a Rise holder. So he's been doing that. And I thought that's pretty cool. You know, he's blessing people around on the on-chain, on the timeline, not with the actual coin itself, but just with straight cash. So I did it. So I did him a favor, and I put like half of that cash just right back into Rise. And so sure enough, if I would have put the whole thing in there, because I also did buy some GME. I bought some GME on Robinhood because there's a bunch of different GMEs, but I tested out buying the one on Robinhood because it's GME on Robinhood chain. And so I said, "You're the man, Eric. I see you bag working like crazy." Said, "Let's continue showing people how cool crypto really is. Thanks for the airdrop." And he beat Ansem to it. Ansem was, you know, I was saying he's airdropping everyone that was a Black Bull holder. I didn't get an airdrop. I was holding the Black Bull this for a little bit. I mean, I bought it a little after the pump. You know, I didn't buy it, you know, generational wealth time, but it's all good. But yep, Eric Stevens actually beat Ansem to the airdrop. So congratulations. Yeah, I thought that was cool. It says, blessings come from blessed people. In 5 minutes, every holder is going to be a Sproto. Yeah, man, the Sprotos are taking over. The Sprotos have been filling the timeline. I love it. I love the cheeky Sprotos. Really cool. Remember, Beeple, one of the most famous underground artists right now in the digital art space and the fine art space, multimedia space, whatever you want to call it. His favorite NFT is the Sproto Gremlins. That's always been the case. I bet money on it. Sproto Gremlins are his favorite NFT project. And so just do with that what you will. But yeah, we want to give a shout out to Eric Stevens. Thanks, Eric Stevens, again for the airdrop. And we're going to show you, yeah, if you're watching, this is what we did. This is our profile. This is our portfolio. We're holding 25,000 Rise tokens. Like we're holding some Ansem, the Black Bull. We also wanted to hold some Ticker Bitcoin in here in our portfolio because we want to show people on the FOMO app that you can indeed buy Bitcoin, the people's Bitcoin, on FOMO. You know, this is the thing that we can do as bag holders, as people who like a particular coin. If we want the attention economy to work how we think it'll work, Bitcoin is the funniest meme of all time. It's the funniest ticker of all time. It's the funniest combination of things that are resonating or can resonate with people. It's one of the biggest brands of all time and movements of all time mashed into one. Obama's hope and change movement for his presidency was the biggest meme of all time. Okay? First black president. Yeah, I mean, can I go on? No, I don't have to. You were here, weren't you? You were alive. Okay, so 8 years of that. Then all during that time, Harry Potter, biggest and movie franchise of all time, has generated the insane amount of money. Then you have Sonic. Sonic is one of the biggest franchises of all time, and is one of the most recognizable video game characters. Basically, I would say not second to Mario, but right there with Mario. Like, you know, the Hedgehog. Okay, so that's undeniable. And guess what? Okay, and then Bitcoin. Wow, it's all it's everything mashed together, and it was in a damn backpack from 2009. Some time travel shit. So type shit. Okay, so let's just call it what it is, and let's not beat around the bush. All right. So if you're watching right now and you're a Ticker Bitcoin holder, or you just like memes in general, I don't even care if you don't like Ticker. I don't even care if you're not holding Ticker Bitcoin. If you like memes, if you like meme coins, okay, you should have a FOMO, and you should be holding the things you like in your freaking FOMO app, and then get all your friends to start following you on here. If you're not following me yet, what the hell are you doing? On the FOMO app, and let's do this thing. Let's do it right. Let's bag work. Let's contribute. So that's what we're doing. Our FOMO watch list right now is TA, Trump account fund. That could be an interesting meta narrative for a trench token connected with the Trump accounts thing. People think that's, there's a lot of controversy with that. And then you have cards. That's basic, that is TCG on chain. TCG on chain. VVV, that's your unrestricted LLM models using all different types of models spanning from ChatGPT to Claude to all those different types mashed into one, where your APIs are a lot safer. Then you have artificial Inu, which I think, you think you got the Inu dog meta, then you also have the AI meta, artificial Inu. It's a Robinhood token. We'll see how that goes. I'm watching Jupiter, like I said, and Orca, old legacy memes that are, I think, still have a chance to come back when Sol breaks all-time high, is Ponky, Popcat, Dog with Hat. We were still watching Swole Doge, this particular one, but this one got cooked. I don't think that one's coming back. There were too many of them, and just because Elon, kind of liked a tweet that had on Swole Doge, it wasn't enough to push any of the coins into, it was just kind of a flash in the pan. And then obviously we have ticker Bitcoin. We have the Black Bull, Ansem, GME, GameStop on Robinhood chain, Jimothy. Jimothy, it was starting to get some momentum, and then it had basically the peanut curse, the animal curse, the White House curse. Basically, someone mentioned that when the White House and correspondents and all those people that control those accounts start basically posting about an animal meta, that's the top. And it happened again. So the White House, let's see the date. It would be really funny to, okay, the White House Jimothy. Okay, July 23rd. Jimothy spotted on the way to Washington, D.C. This is the White House. 5 million people, okay? 5 million people. 5 million people apparently follow the White House account. And on July 23rd, it's the 27th now, we're going to go to the Jimothy chart. And we're going to see the curse, if it is true. Here's Jimothy. Here is the highest volume. We want to see the volume and liquidity, market cap, volume. There's more volume on Meteor. Okay, so this one. Okay. Don't tell me that's on the exact date. Stop the freaking phone. Hold the damn phone. Look at this. Okay, so here you go. Here's the White House. On the 23rd, post the freaking crookback, brokeback raccoon. Am I able to put a picture? How do I put the picture? How do I put pictures on this chart again? I forget. Where can I add my own picture? Do that on this chart? You can do it on like I want to really want to put this on. Too good. Wow. Insane. So this thing got up to 46 million, and then it wicked up. White House posts about it, and then this is how the market reacts. They're just like, sell it off. It's like, what the hell? It's crazy. It is a curse. I guess there is a White House curse. And then let's see about Peanut. So the White House and Peanut. It's got to be somewhere in here. Or you have to like maybe do Peanut the squirrel. Squirrel, right? Probably butchered. Yeah, when did there's I think we've got to find when the White House posted about Peanut, and then if that also like nuked the freaking chart as well. So bad. Damn. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Jeez, what is going on? People are just like not they ain't here. They ain't here. That's fine. Whatever. I guess you're working. I guess it is Monday, huh? Working? You guys working? Is it if there's freaking 2 people watching on X and be like, son of a gun? All right, there's 17 people. See, there actually is 17 real people watching on X. Because I don't bot my streams, and I don't think, I mean, this is probably the most real engagement on X, is probably on X. So if all 17 people of you, if you're here, if you are here right now, you're an absolute legend. All right, we want to make sure that we... All right, so we want to make sure you guys get all these links. We got the FOMO link. That's the FOMO link. Oh, is that not going to work? Hold on. We're being Shilbo Baggins right now. Shilbo Baggins at your service. Copy that. Yeah, check that out. Check that out. We need some followers on FOMO, because then you guys can see what I'm holding, and you can also see when I'm buying and selling stuff too. It's pretty cool. You can see if I'm a paper-handed pansy or a diamond-handed bull. That's what you can see if that's the case with me or not. All right, so we said it's probably time to start clicking again. It's probably about that time, you know, to start clicking back again. And at a point, we are going to see some trades. We're going to see some entries. I think ETH, we had a chance to get ETH at a pretty decent bottom. I mean, some people think ETH is still going to go to $1,000. I don't know. I think we might be front running what has already been put in as the potential Bitcoin bottom. It's possible. I mean, 58K, 57,000. 57,000, that could have been the bottom. 57,000. Okay, 57,000. We're just skirting around 65. It's Monday. It's the end of the month. Maybe in the next 3-4 days, we get another smack to the downside. Get another smack right here. Or they just decide they say, hey, we're gonna front run you. Boom. And then we establish some more support here. We get a little W, boom, and then we try to test up to 70K again. We'll see. But really, once this range right here, you see these 2 lines, see these 2 blue lines, that once this range right here is broken, then we're gonna catapult to 78K. We will catapult into these ranges. Muratarker, bro, there's a Broshin hype on Turkish CT crypto Twitter right now. What is that? What's Broshin? What's Broshin hype? What is that? Sorry, I'm not familiar with what you just said. Please explain. Turkish CT right now. What's happening on Turkish CT? If anyone knows about Turkish CT, it's Crypto Kid. Yeah, and it's funny, man. It's Michael Saylor, you know, he was like the guy. I mean, he was like the Bitcoin celebrity. Now, I bet if Michael Saylor, if he was like to the next Bitcoin conference, people would not be as excited to see him. It's funny because, you know, there was such like this energy around him, you know, doing the Bitcoin strategy. And I feel like it kind of I think it got to his head. He would never admit it. The company wouldn't admit it. And I think if they were to have just kept doing what they were doing with their strategy and stop adding these preferred stocks and all this way to like try and have some new products, who gives a shit about that? What people wanted was you to continue to buy Bitcoin, and now you're not. Now you had to do all this finagling and all this weird stuff and sell your stock and do this to fund all these weird products that you made with AI and ChatGPT. And now you look like kind of stupid. And so you don't look very smart now. And now people are like, okay, it's Monday, and you're not like, oh, let me buy some Bitcoin. It's like, no, now you've just convinced that you're selling. So kind of not a good look. But yeah, Ivan on Texas Sailor bought high at $120,000, sold the low at $60K, now not buying. So it's, yeah, I don't know. Not good. But it's just inevitable, guys. Like, all you have to do is you've got to just survive and be here long enough, because it's funny, like, we're going to probably see things like SHIB and Pepe and even Floki. I mean, gosh, Bonk even got hit so hard with this recent hack that, I mean, it's going to be crazy to even see Bonk start to fly again once Solana starts to break all-time highs. Like, Solana breaking all-time highs is going to sideline a lot of people. ETH breaking all-time highs will sideline a lot of people. Pepe going back and breaking and going to its all-time high again is going to make a lot of people mad, because they could have just bought Pepe. I mean, it's like people are losing money on all these trench tokens and all these things that people can't hold for longer than a week. No one can hold anything on chain for longer than a week. And if you were to hold Pepe back from where it is right now to an all-time high, that's almost 1,000% just from Pepe. Every crypto Twitter person could realize that, but they won't. They're like, no, I just want to keep trenching and hold something for a week. But we could all hold Pepe for 6 months. That's not even that long. And it can go up 1,000%. But no, I'm not going to keep saying you don't want to do it, because you will. You watch this freaking channel enough, I'll get you bullish. You buy some freaking ETH, and then you swap it into Pepe. You swap it into Ticker Bitcoin. You swap it into Wojak. These memes and these communities haven't gone anywhere. So, do your part. Crypto Twitter. Stop playing games. Stop playing around. Now, what's interesting is that the SOL BTC ratio is starting to break out. The damn thing's starting to go. It's going to break out. And it's flagging right now. It had a nice little pump. It's consolidating. And I would wager right here, we get a flag move up. And then when it hits that resistance that we saw before in the beginning of the year, right here, we flip that resistance into support resistance flip. And that can happen because then you got to remember, look, we had support right here before. And then that right here in August 2025, if you go to September 2025 on the SOL chart of the USD pair, September 2025, we were at $250. $250 Solana. People don't have patience to recognize that when these ratios start to flip bullish, all you got to do is just buy that asset, buy the native asset. Have Bitcoin as your base. Bitcoin could go to 30K in between right now and it going to 150K. So you dollar cost averaging a $65,000 Bitcoin in between 30K and 60K and it going to 150. Does it matter? Does it matter a little bit? I don't know. How much is inflation over the next 5 years? What's better? I don't know. But man, I don't know. I'm starting to smell something. I'm starting to smell it. I can smell it. I can feel it. I can feel it. I think you guys are feeling it too. But again, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for surviving. If you're here watching crypto content, then yeah. Let's see. Eric says, when you come to realize Rise was pump.fun coded the entire time, look at the coin the mascot is holding onto for dear life. Oh. We are going so much higher. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Well, let's see. Well, we're bag working. We're bag holding the Rise token. We're bag holding ticker Bitcoin, Pepe, Ponky, Wojak, Dogecoin, our favorite things, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol. Let's go. And we can all do it together if you guys want to join the FOMO app and then start building a thesis on these things. So I have a thesis. It's pretty simple. Ticker Bitcoin's the end game. And then for Rise, I have a pretty simple thesis. It's Eric Stevens is a Sproto. And if Stan corrected, I have a thesis on Ansem. Attention economy. If successful, Ansem could onboard thousands to go on chain. Let's see what happens. So pretty simple. And then for GME, it's GameStop on Robinhood. That's the thesis. So check out the FOMO app, guys. Check out Tangem. All the links are in the description, and we'll make sure you guys get them. And yeah, we appreciate you guys being here. Yep, all the links to check out is OURBIT, PHEMEX, OURBIT, PHEMEX, Tangem, and FOMO. Get you guys set up for the bull run, the bull market. Get you set up for the bull run real nice. Get all of those downloaded. If you have any friends, get them to download all of that stuff as well using my links in the description. It helps support the channel, gives us a nice little kickback. And these platforms have been some of the easiest ones to set up, and I will support them. So OURBIT, PHEMEX, no KYC required, and also same with FOMO. Very easy to set up FOMO. All the different networks and things that you can hold inside. And I tested sending and receiving transactions on FOMO, and it was like boom. It was pretty quick. So I'm actually I was kind of like, I don't know why I was being bearish on FOMO. Maybe because I saw certain people using it and I don't like those particular people. And I'd want to, like I said, say I don't like their attitude. And I shouldn't associate a product that's good with a particular person because it's not them. You know, I can still use a platform. And if I like it, I don't have to necessarily associate it with a particular person. So when I stopped that, I went and downloaded and tried it, and I was like, wait, I actually like this. This is pretty cool. And actually what helped was Eric Stevens, because Eric Stevens was Sproto Energy. He was using it and actually enjoying it. And I'm like, all right, let me test this. So yeah, we're testing it out. We like it, and we hope you guys use our link in the description. And the link is pretty simple. I think my referral code is it's just Dan. It's just at Dan. If you want to follow me too, it's at DanoCrypto904. That's the same handle that I have on crypto Twitter as well, on X. And this is just a reminder, you know, of kind of like the instinct and intuition that I'm feeling right now. You know, this is a pinned post. This is a post. You didn't get a lot of views, but it's got about, you know, almost 2,000 views on this thing. Posted this in the beginning of the year, and I still feel this way every time I go back and I look at all these different coins and all these different narratives, communities, whatever. And this is what I I always come back to this. I really do. I've messed up so many plays every crypto cycle I've been in since 2021. And my last stand is ticker Bitcoin. I'm all in with this coin and the NFT. It's the only project I see doing something like Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, and Pepe did, but even better. I could go into all the fundamentals, tokenomics, the lore, the community aspect, how many times it's recovered from lows, etc. But that's actually not what makes me buy it. It's my instinct, intuition that makes me gravitate towards this particular coin. I'd say the Sprotos kind of feel the same way. But again, thank you guys for tuning in to today's live stream. Have a good Monday. May the light of the Lord Jesus Christ shine on you and your families, and may you have the energy, the tenacity, the strength, the will, the determination, the conviction to get your goals done and your tasks done this week. And whatever you are trying to accomplish for this year, like let's really make it happen. Let's stop talking about it. Let's stop ear beating your friends about your idea that you haven't started on, or don't even ask them any questions. You know, don't ask them if you should do something. Stop asking permission from people to do something when it comes to an idea or a dream that you have. Why don't you just start doing it? You know, and it's not gonna just happen the next day, whatever you're trying to work on. It takes some grind, it takes some years, it takes weeks, it takes months, it takes years sometimes to develop this dream or this idea or whatever it may be. So you better start now. And if you don't start now, it's just time wasted. You'll just keep talking instead of acting. Because if you know anything about the law of attraction and how energy works and how the God frequency works, there are 3 things that need to work together for you to be able to achieve your goal. You need to believe it. You need to feel that it's real, and you need to then act on it. So there's 3 Trinity trifecta thing that has to happen for all of this to work. And you have to believe in God. Sorry. So, love you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you on the next live stream. Again, we do these live streams Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this has been our 840th live stream. We're getting close to almost 900 live streams. And by the end of the year, we'll be getting to the point where, we will have passed 1,000 live streams. I feel like that's a pretty amazing milestone for any channel to hit, is to get to 1,000 live streams. And if you've been here for however long, we love you and we really appreciate you. And we hope you stick with us for the next 1,000 live streams. So with that being said, see you on the next one. Yeah.
Oh, someone just rang the doorbell.
I am Satoshi Nakamoto. The bull run can commence.